It is time to welcome our exercise physiologist, Mark Goswell, is here. And Mark, you've done a lot of discussions the last few weeks with us about balance. Today, the concept which, in your mind, it seems like this can't be right, but tapering. Firstly, what is it and why is it a good thing?
Yeah, so tapering is talking about, obviously, balance with training again and training load. So one of the things about tapering, and it's especially kind of important these days with kids getting right back into their sport, particularly if they're playing at a higher level or, the holiday periods are over, everyone's back into normal training and trying to lose a bit more of the bulge from over that Christmas period. And so everyone starts getting into their training and starts getting into it hard, but they just continue training hard for extended periods of time.
Now, in your mind, you think, well, okay, well, I've trained hard, then I can train hard the next week and I can do more the week after. But you're saying that we need to have that circuit breaker, that little break.
Yeah, and so that's where tapering comes into it. So tapering is that idea of just slowly backing off for what you're doing for at least up to about a week. So if you're in the gym and hitting the weights hard, it's doing a slower recovery week where you might lift around 60 to 70% of what you were normally and just going through the motions and allowing your body that time to recover, because one of the things that happens is when we're training, the body needs that recovery period and basically once we get that, that's where the body starts to regenerate, regrow, and then we obviously make much more improvements.
Now, I'm going to give you an opportunity to give a real-life example. Now, this is kind of a friend of yours that took this unwillingly to the nth degree, someone that sort of trains hard, lives and breathes training and lifting and all of that. Had a week off, just on holidays, and
yeah. So my oldest son Joe, he's hitting the gym really hard at the moment. He's loving it. He used to play quite high levels of sport, but now he's just into his training in the gym. And he's been going really hard for about 6 to 8 weeks. And, don't ask Dad anything about training because I don't know anything. And he actually had a boys' trip to the Gold Coast just to get away with some mates before uni come back on. And he actually went to the gym last night and he's come home and he's like, Dad, I absolutely smashed it. I'm killing the weights. I'm lifting heavier than I've ever lifted. And that's where the concept of sort of talking about it today came in, because he literally had that forced week off training. And he trains sort of 6 days a week at the gym at the moment. And he having that week off allowed his body that recovery period, and he was able to get back into the gym and actually lift a lot heavier and a lot harder with much better form and technique, because he given that body that chance to regenerate, that chance to rest, and he's killing it.
See, in your mind, it's counterintuitive, but you just need to give everything a bit of a rest and sort of recharging, kind of like us when we sleep.
Yeah, and sleep is the biggest recovery period. So one of those things is when we are training, it's really important that we get close to 8-9 hours of sleep, because that is the time that the body rests and recovers. And unfortunately, when we've got work commitments and life commitments, and we're trying to fit training in on that, we don't get that ability to rest. So if your life's ridiculously busy, which a lot of people are, then have that extra week off after just 3 weeks of intense training, train hard, but then just have that little week of recovery, a little bit less of what you've been doing. And that 5th week you come back, you'll notice massive improvements.
I think the trick is not to allow 1 week to become 2, to become a month, to become...
And again, it's all about balance and just finding that, that happy medium point between doing not too much and just enough, and then your training will just keep improving constantly.
All right, a little food for thought there. Not too much food, but some food for thought from our exercise physiologist, Mark Goswell, on balance this morning at 2 and URFM 103.7.